Hello everyone and welcome to Drafting with John, where we're going to draft some Premier Zendikar Rising. It's not called Premier Zendikar Rising. You know what it's called. We're going to do it. Oh. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing really well. I'm doing fine. We've had a couple of good drafts recently. Quite possibly the last one was a little bit of an iffy one. If you've not seen my attempt at a 4-colour draft deck, then for educational purposes, I advise watching it. Equally, I would advise not doing a 4-colour draft. Other than if you want to have fun, which is what it's kind of all about. So, what do we have here? Okay, so a couple of good cards in this pack. Starting with the Master of Winds. It's probably going to be our pick, but it is a 1/4 that becomes a 4/1 flying wizard. What makes it really good is when it enters the battlefield, you draw 2 cards and then you discard a card. That's just really useful straight away. It's a shame because we'd happily have Wind Rider Wizard with that. Again, another wizard synergy. And actually might put somebody into wizards. Akum Warrior is pretty good with the Akum Teeth. Modal land. We'd like the Royal Mage to wheel, but it won't. The Deadly Alliance is good. Would take the Deadly Alliance over those. Maybe. Other than that, it's not an amazing pack outside of those kind of like 4 or 5 cards, but you'd happily take any of those cards. Probably not pack one, pick one. You'd probably be a bit sad to take like a Royal Mage or a Warrior, but you take a Deadly Alliance or a Master of Winds for certain. Okay, so again, some good cards. We have got Saloon Division, which is a nice modal double spell. Double spell? Modal double land. Modal double face. We got there. Land. But it's not like what I want. I think I'm just into the Royal. Seaforth Stalker's good, but it's not particularly good in Wizards. It's okay. Deadly Alliance, again, very good. Somebody bagging 2 of those is pretty sweet. Feed is good. Shadow Stinger's great in the Rogue deck, but obviously we're not going Rogues at the moment. Take into the Royal. Great card. Okay, so someone could pick up an absolute monster of a Rogue deck if we let that go. What are our other options? We could go Nahiri's Binding. I can't help but think, though, that we're sat on a potential good Rogue deck. We've passed a bunch of good roguey kind of stuff. The alternative is Nahiri's Binding. I'd rather take this and let somebody take black. Would I? I think it's just too good a card. But I don't think we're going to see any rogues coming this way. So we're very far away from this. We are very far away. We're not seeing red, which potentially is an issue. I think another Into the Royal feels like the right thing. So I think we're going to take another Into the Royal. So there's not a great deal here. I'm in for a Glacial Grasp or a Cascade Seer. Probably a Glacial Grasp. I'm not overwhelmed by any of the other cards here. Another Relic Vial is annoying. When you want them, they never turn up, but then they're like buses. They're just, a bunch of them now. I think we're better going for a blue rogue. That's annoying. That's good too. We have seen white being pretty open. So we might see some white pack 3. I think we've just got to keep our options open, but that is a very good red card. And we have seen red being passed. I think I'm just right. I think I'm on that red train, you know. This is really difficult though. Really difficult. I'm going to take this Tempest. We may or may not play it. Right, if we go Wizards, this becomes an amazing card. And we'll take all the Chilling Traps. That Wield, massive sign. Really good at that Wield. Ooh, now. Choices, choices. I think we're better off just taking the Rogue and staying with blue, cutting blue off. Now we're just taking cards for the sake of it. Well, I don't think I'm in for that, you know. I don't think I'm in for that at all. You know what? I just don't think we've seen enough black. And I think Royal Eruption's a good enough card that we just try and make Wizards work. And we take Royal Eruption. It's just such a good card. We could wheel the Electromancer. We could wheel the Cinderclasm. We're not particularly bothered by any other cards in that pack. So this is a very disappointing pack if it wasn't for the fact that there's a Diviner in here. I wouldn't mind picking up an Inordinate Rage. It's not particularly great, but it is okay. All that black in there. But none of these really work with the Rogue synergy, so it is just like a load. I mean, the Predation's pretty good, but it's not unbelievable, you know? We need that. We need to get some of this early play. So there's a couple of cards with my name on it. There's Fissure Wizard. And there's Shatterskull Minotaur. I like Shatterskull Minotaur enough with 2 Wizards, 2 Rogues. We could definitely, and this is a Warrior. Oh, I wish that was a better card. I'm not really feeling it for any of those. I'm going to take another Diviner, which is risky because it's a very high cost. I think we're going a little bit more party than we are specifically Wizards, but we can't keep taking 4 drops though. I'm going to take a Deliberate. Okay, so we've got some options here for sure. We've got some options here. Electromancer works in a couple of different ways for us. It's a wizard and adds mana, but we just need the 2 drops, and it's a warrior, which is a different party type. I'm gonna take another Diviner. Chilling Trap's gonna work really well for us if we've got enough Wizards in the deck, which there's no reason why we couldn't. So this has come round. Which I don't hate for us. Yeah, I've gone a bit quiet because there's... I just don't know if I love everything that's going on here. I mean, this card goes in every single deck, but if you're a cleric deck, you want most of this pack. Obviously, we'll take this because it does whatever you want a 4-drop to do. Pay for it with any mana. It's a 4/4 that if it gets targeted, not hit in combat, if it gets targeted by a spell, which you can do, then you get 4 1/1s. Okay. Is that good enough? Because at this moment I'm thinking Bane Veil's just good enough. It's a definitely getting played card. You know, we're going to be thinning out this deck pretty significantly. Hopefully the Wizard comes around or the Grasp comes around. I think Veil's just the right pick. I wouldn't be angry with a squid. Which is it just sounds like a stupid thing to say out loud, but I'll take another Stalker. I'll take a Raw Mage. That's a great pickup for us. A really good pickup. I would have another Veil, but it's not as good as the Raw Mage. Gets us something out of the bin. That's a great pickup as well. We've got to hope that Chilling Trap comes around because, again, we'll take a Chilling Trap with our 5 wizards that we'll have. This is not a great pickup. No one's in green. How bad's that? Like a bug catcher. Look at this. If you were in green, you'd be laughing, wouldn't you? Really like a bug catcher. Oh, green. I'll take this spare supplies. Probably not going to play it. Take another bug catcher. You get the vibe that this kind of deck really does go quite heavy quite early. You end up with quite a lot of warriors, which isn't a problem. We've probably got more warriors than we have, nearly, than we have wizards. Playing best of one, so it kind of doesn't really matter, but we're going to be thinning this out quite significantly. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see what we want. Just getting whatever's left now. So we've got, you know, a couple of gems. That's nice. So we do have a few things to play around with. We've got a couple of these modals. Three modals. And now we just need to make a couple of cuts. With 5 wizards, I like 1 Chilling Trap. We've got a wizard, a warrior, a rogue, but no clerics. So that could be cost a few less. I don't know if we're going to need that many diviners, you know. 12 creatures is kind of as low as I'd want to go. 9 red sources, 9 blue sources. We've got a couple of things to do early turns. The bug catcher's gonna be carrying a little bit. But you know, the guide gets it through. The Rage is there. The Cinderclasm's there into the Royal. We're quite tempo-y. Got to deliberate to kind of power up some of the Master of Wind kind of situations. What are we missing out over here? Yeah. I think having that extra cleric is probably just going to do us well enough. Let me just get myself out of the way. Hopefully we'll be the Master of Winds. Haha. Add this to the old Deckaroos. Look at me being partially see-through. It's because the lighting's a bit odd. Might have to play with that in a little minute. Let's just go and do it. It's not too bad, me being there. Oh. So what do we reckon before we start? I'm going to say... I'm going to say we're at a 4 wins. Four wins. I think there was a strong debate that said we could have gone blue-white party. But who am I to look back and question that? It's a risky keep, but it is a keep. One land, one island, and everything goes our way. Just one island, that's all we're asking for. I mean, 2 islands, obviously, ideally, but... I think we need to do this. Because I think we're in a slightly better position now. Being able to get the Diviner out. Yeah, okay, so you've got a flying 4-2. Nice. More than happy to trade if that's what you want to do. You know, we don't have a wizard out, but... They're 3 colours. Well, that's nice. You know what, I think... I'm going to Cinderclasm with Kicker. I know it kills my own guy, but gets us an illusion. Gets us a 4-4. I think we came out quite well in that. Good exchange for us. Next turn, we can go double spell. If we draw a land, we can even bounce whatever they've got. Yeah, so that's good. If they equip... Can they equip? Yeah, they can equip the oh. So they're not equipping this turn. So we do that in their end step. I'll let them equip and then I'll... Crikey, they're really going for it, aren't they? I'll take 2. Yeah, so... you don't have enough to do what I want to do, which is a shame. I think we just attack. Get the construct out. See what they have to do. If they target it, we get 4 1/1s. Makes it harder for them. I even think it might be better for us to have 4 1/1s, so I might inordinate rage it. Because they can get +2/0 to the Blade Master. We can draw a card, okay. That's fine. So I can either... no, I think it's best to... so we play and bounce the Blade Master. They have 1 attacker. Yeah, 1 more mana and I think we would have been better. I think if they play equip... why wouldn't they play an equip? Why wouldn't they do that? If they played that, equip that, they'd have double strike, which would have done 6, 7, 8. They... oh no. We've got 3 attackers next turn. I don't think we get an inordinate rage as well, unless you draw a land. We're still outside of... well, they haven't got enough mana to do what they need to do. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they... So if we attack now, we're going to take 2 of their things out. They don't have us in the air if they don't let everything through. I think we just need to go for it and then inordinate rage to make sure we kill. So that's fine. So I can just do it to me. So they can do 4 damage. Unless they've got a way of buffing it further. And they've got quite a few equipment, so they could well have something. Anything with haste. I mean, you've got to assume that unless they pass 2 mana, there it is. Well, finished on 1 life and -1 life. Not enough of those flying blockers. 1-0? No, 0-1. Uphill battle from here. Uphill battle indeed. I don't think we were helped by... I kept a dodgy hand. We ended up having to chuck cards back to draw cards, and I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that. Now we've got the opposite. Look at us not playing anything. Maybe not enough creatures. You might say that. You might think that. Mill 2... Okay, 2 islands, 2 mountains, whatever they are. So... we've got a couple of options here. Flash in the Duelist. Give it Inordinate Rage. Let's see what they want to do with this. They probably got their own Zulaport Duelist, in which case it wouldn't do a great deal. Oh, they didn't. You know what? I'm not too bothered by this. Just going to put a little stopper. Wow. So they're using a spell shield. Kicked. Just to prevent. And because they prevented it, I didn't get to draw a card. Some lands would have been nice. I know I technically got rid of one, but... Oh, God, the good ones. All the good ones. Well, there you go. And just like that, we're ahead on on life. I think that, you know, we're going to need to run these out next turn. There really isn't a lot of other option. It's a good play. Milling lands is what it is. Why wouldn't they block there? I think we need something in the air to block that Thought Thief. We don't have a wizard to get any value out of this, but it's a blocker in the air that stops the Thought Thief, which might just buy us a turn. Yeah, the mill is a potential issue. Probably should have played the sneaking guide, but I kind of like having things in my hand to make a bit of a... Yeah, they're either not playing any kick spells. Yeah, I was going to say they're not playing any kick spells, so they're not... Now they've got double block on the Minotaur. We don't have any into the Royals left. I'm not sure what we have got left. I mean, that's not the worst card in the world, is it? Thing is, we tap that and we draw a card. On our turn, we still don't have good attacks. See what they play before combat. But I think if we can tap down the Falconer, I mean, they've got a lot of power on the board. You expect that they're going to bounce the Diviner? So we will mill what they... Yeah, that's something to do. It's annoying. One of those would have been good. Okay, there are definitely worse things we could have drawn here. We just need to play this out. Yeah. We just don't. I don't think we have enough to do at the start of the game. I think I need to have a little look at that. That 2-mana slot is looking tricky. Milling us for 2. We've got 3 cards in the deck. Bit random, but if they want to do something to the Master of Winds, they can. I'm trying to think of what our win condition is here. Like, you know, things like that. We just don't have a chance really here. We've got 3 cards in the deck. I just don't know what it is we draw that wins us the game with the lifelinker, flying lifelinker out. Certainly not a mountain. Yeah, it's not happening for us, unfortunately. Okay, so our 4/3 estimate. we aren't there. To be fair, we saw some good cards in the draft portion, and we just have not. We did not. I don't think we found the right lane. I nearly bloody resigned then, crikey. So I think we would rather. Yeah, I do quite like him. How much do I want? How much do I think Master of Winds is doing anything for us? It's doing a fair bit. Is Salundi Vision good enough? Will we learn our lesson? Probably not. I'll be honest with you, probably not. So, this is it. A 0/3 caught on camera. Well, it's, you know, exactly what we expected. I just don't know if I'm bothered by the Bane Veil. Maybe I am. Maybe it's the Duelist. Okay, so next turn we can get the Stalker out. And then, depending on if we get a land or not, we can get the Bale. So, mono white at the moment. Soul Sword. Happy to... I was trying to put that. Yeah. So I'll block. I'll leave him back to block the sellsword. Okay, aggressive. So this guy's going to cost us 4 to hit them for 3. I can feel this being a very quick and painful game now. Look at this. Such. Look at that. Well, I'll kick the Syndiclasm if I get a red mana. They can stop either one they like. Yeah. So we kick a Syndiclasm, we kill everything they've got. That must be really annoying. That Syndiclasm is the best Syndiclasm I've ever seen in my entire life. I can't believe it. Please pick the mirrored construct. I think we've got it. I mean, I've been absolutely silent because this whole game has just been a really strange... I mean, that was obviously a kick Syndiclasm. Literally won the game. I still feel quite hollow. Great. I should be more reacting more. Really sorry. I feel like I've just gone into a daze there. I was unable to process. Right. 45 minutes. It's 1-2. It's still a disaster if we lose this next game. I'm going to be honest with you. It's still a disaster if we lose the next game. So we need to have another miraculous game-turning turn. If every hand you draw is disappointing, you've built your deck wrong. And I have to be honest with you, right now it feels like I built my deck wrong. But what are you going to do? No one likes to do it, but... So we're muting them because... Just got in there, but not that it really mattered. What do we just get them? Prowling Felidar? Okay. They've got another one. That's fine. That thing is so annoying. Mute. I'll do this and I'll hold up the Chilling Trap to nullify the Felidar for a turn. Raptor, okay, pick up what? The McKinley Stampede? So they're one planes away from that working. Okay, so we can do both of those. I don't think that they're going to want to lose the Raptor. I'm wrong, clearly. I think we Glacial Grass the Felidar just before combat. Take two. And draw a card out of it as well, that's nice. Okay, so the rogue doesn't help us there. Deliberate, is that... So he's trampling. I think I will... Just get a bit more damage in, not lose the creature. And then I'll play this guy just in case. He can get the bug catcher through next turn. So we'll definitely get in for 3/6. We won't now, obviously. So that's going to get annoying next turn when it starts tapping and untapping and whatever else it's doing. They hit us for 2. Fine. Excellent. The thing is, kicking that would kill the Jerboa, but it wouldn't do enough. They can't win next turn, even if they got like... They'd have to have a real mega landfall-esque turn. You know, the Felidar has got Vigilance, which is annoying. But I can send 3 in. And Into the Royal changes things. McKinley Stampede goes back to their hand. No, just a normal land. Interesting. So what can I do for 6 mana? I can send the Grotag Bugcatcher in. But I'm dead on the crackback. If I Into the Royal Dunahiri's Binding, it will cost me 3. A Bane Veil, I take 4. Like, this doesn't look good. But we can get rid of the Felidar. Doesn't have Trample. They can't replay that. What's really annoying is I don't think this is going to be enough. I think I'm going to hit them for 4. I might with the Cleric, I might be able to hit them for 5. You know what? I might just win. Oh my god, I'm going to win. Oh, what? What? What was that? Oh my. I don't claim to be very good at Magic, but something then happened. And I don't think that there was a way, any other way, that I was winning that game. Oh man, that was tense. It's 2-2. I genuinely don't think this deck is very good, but we've managed to pull some cards we needed right when we needed them, which... Ugh. It's been squeaky bum time, if you pardon my terrible... Oh, we're going to play... There's been no point where having this card has been of benefit to us. Oh, but then now we've drawn that. Yeah, okay. I'll keep it. I'll keep it because it's better than a land later on. Yeah, fine. You have your thing. I'll play this, not because I think it's very good, but like I'm not going to trade, obviously, because it can't trade. I'd rather they waste their time and resources on getting rid of a bug catcher. Next turn, we can Tormenting Voice away the Valakut Awakening. Yeah, so we're going to play the Construct because it gives us just that something a little bit more. That didn't make any sense, but the Construct blocks well, doesn't block the Skulker. They can attack with the Skulker. I'll take 2 from that. Next turn we've got both the Stalker and we can hold up a Veil. The Skulker's annoying, but if we attack next turn with the Veil up, depending on how they block... Nah, unfortunately, it doesn't stop the sneak from being a pain. I'd rather play something else than Stalker Veil, I think. They've not attacked, which plays, I think, more into our hands. Yeah, okay. So if we attack, they're going to block here. We Stalker, we Veil it, and we kill it, but then I think they let it through. It would be great if they double blocked it. I think getting rid of that Death Toucher. Okay. I'm happy that they use a spell like that on that. Don't bother me, that's fine. I don't need that archetype or anything. I don't need a rogue out. They are definitely playing... Okay. I'll take 6. So they can flash something in. Happy to see it if they do. Happy to see it. Tempest of all things. Didn't that work out a little bit? So this thing, whenever a land enters the battlefield, okay. The glacial grass have done some work for us, for sure. For sure. Taking 2 damage off of the bug catcher, I think it's worth it. I can't really afford to take. I feel like trading there was probably the right thing to do. So they have Menace, so we have to block with both. Any way of buffing their creatures, and it's no good for us. In fact, oh no, they just win. They activate the Stalker, and then they hit us with the Stalker and the Tempest. If they don't see it, then we're lucky people, but there's no way they don't see it. Alas. We got 2 wins. I don't know if I feel better about that. Yeah, that's it. That's a game. I have to say, nearly 20 minutes ago when I was 0-2, I thought that was it. I thought we were going to 0-3 it. 2-3ing it is still really not great. Really not great at all. But I think we managed to pull out some wins through some unlikely plays. Sometimes, though, that can be a bit of fun. Either way, sorry this has been like a strange video. I feel like I haven't really entertained enough. Next time, we'll do a less thought-provoking deck. One that I can actually play with fun, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.